I'm back. I'll come back again and again. I love Mississippi. I'll come back again. I know it's not easy. The future is uncertain. People are in desperate straits. I hear criticism that one casino worker got paid and another casino worker didn't get paid. All casino workers are eligible. They are eligible. And file your claim.
What about 18 years of business?
You're eligible.
Yeah, but y'all denied.
Well, I don't. Again, if I know the name of the claim before I leave today, I'll try and find out why somebody was denied or why they didn't get what they expected. All I'm trying to say is we're not holding back. I'm trying to get the money out the door to eligible claimants. If we've made mistakes, we've made mistakes. I'll try and correct it. Plenty of people get paid. I hear people say the wrong people are getting paid. I don't begrudge the wrong people the money. I want to make sure the right people get paid. So, all right, we'll give you some help. We will. So I'm here now for the next 45 minutes to answer questions, but I want to make sure more than anything else that you all understand the three options that are now available. Because I hear some people say, well, Ken Feinberg, you favor one option over another. I don't favor any option. I favor whichever option is good for you. Some people have chosen the final payment. Look, we think that the Gulf is back, or it's going to be back as best we know it. There's no point anymore. Give us a final lump sum check. Some people say, too uncertain. Don't know about the future of the Gulf. Not yet ready to give a release and get it one check. We want to go quarter to quarter for a while. Fine. And some people say, look, give me $5,000 or $25,000. I'm done with this program. I just want to move on. Fine too. It's up to every individual. No one's required to take one of these three options. Nobody's required to do this next week. We're not going anywhere at the GC. We're here to stay. We'll try and work with you. Some people have said to me, well, we won't know about fishing for 10 years in the Gulf. That I can't help you with. Under the agreement, the Gulf Coast Claims Facility is paying claims until August of 2013. After that, there's no more Gulf Coast Claims Facility unless BP or the administration will ever decide to extend the program. Right now it's August 2013. I'd hope by August 2013 we'd know a lot more than we know today, which we know a lot more today than we knew 3 months ago, or 5 months ago.
They're still picking up oil on the beach.
I understand. We're talking to everybody we can to try and get a handle on it.
Got pictures of that too. So
that is sort of the overview. I just wanted everybody to understand, because I have a feeling now that there's going to be a fair amount of criticism leveled at me about an individual claim. And before we get to that, I want to make sure that everybody here as a group understood the options that are available. We've got people here from the Gulf Coast Claim Facility. We've got some local people we hired right from Mississippi to help with your increase. Here's one other point. Anybody who feels that they need a lawyer to help with your decision and filling out your form, the Mississippi Center for Justice is on board. They will provide anybody who needs a lawyer, a free lawyer. No cost. They're here today also. The Mississippi Center for Justice has pro bono free lawyers available. There are so far about 400 people around the Gulf who have requested legal assistance. We will provide it free of charge. Your lawyer, this is something that the Attorney General of Mississippi, Jim Hood, insisted upon. He's absolutely right. And we will do this. So that's another option for you to consider. If you think you need a lawyer, you can have a lawyer and it won't cost you anything. The Mississippi Center will provide you a free attorney if you need one. And then, no, can't provide you a doctor. So that is sort of the overview, and now I'll do my best over the next 35 minutes to take questions. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I don't have a claim against any of this. My wife does. You've been reasonable so far. But if she takes this quick pay $25,000, I have to sign off of it. I have to sign my rights away, and I have timberland. What happens if, and I know you're going to use, well, what if we get a divorce? Then I have that to come back. But what happens if my timberland gets destroyed because of the chemicals they put out there, and I've already signed away my rights?
No, you haven't signed away your right. When you sign that release, you're signing away your right to her claim. If you've got a separate claim, timberland, something different, that release doesn't encompass your separate claim.
Oh, I'd like to see that in writing.
Okay, we'll work with you on that. Yes, sir.
In writing.
I'd like to know, when you start the full review, final, okay, you said it's going to start in 30 days, correct?
Correct.
And how long will that process take? You know, like how you have the 14-day process now, how long will that process take once we file that part of the claim? You know, will you put like a 14 to 21 day span or however long?
On the final payment claims that are going to start in about 30 days, good question. We're going to try, I got in trouble a couple of months ago by over-promising on this. We're going to try and process the claims in 4 to 6 weeks. However, under the law, we're required by law to process that final claim within 90 days. I hope to beat that.
Okay.
Depends on volume. I hope to beat that. 90 days is the maximum by law. We'll try and do it a lot quicker.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, yes, ma'am.
I want to know why, from the get-go, our casino claims were never looked at as individual claims. And this is coming from the people that work at both GCCF offices, that our claims were categorically denied based on because it had casino. And I know people inside my casino that have the same W-2 as I do that got paid that might have accidentally put their claim under hotel or restaurant or server. And of course, if you do your own claim, you don't know what to file. Now, I put mine casino, and I was denied. So when I went to file for my interim claim on December 19th, I was told, oh, we're going to look at each and every claim as an individual, not like last time. What does that mean by that?
What it means is, I can only tell you this, as you correctly point out, we did pay some casino claims. It wasn't accidental.
Four now.
Oh, there were more than 4 that were paid out of your casino.
Two in our
But,
casino.
all right, let me just say this. I want to make it very, very clear. Every single casino worker is eligible to file an interim or a final payment. We will look at each claim as an individual, not as a status. If you've got the documentation, we will pay the claim.
I have 187 documents on file.
We will pay the claim.
I was told to get a letter from my employer. I got that from my GM.
I'm just saying.
Everything that they've asked for, we produced, and it wasn't enough.
I'm just saying,
We
it
were
is
still
enough
denied.
now. We will
Now,
pay.
now, I needed the money 6 months ago. We got Waffle House across the street that turned in 3 documentations that got paid.
I am the other half of what you mentioned earlier, the one who got paid and the one who didn't get paid.
In the same
And in the same restaurant, in the same casino, doing the same job with almost identical documents. Why wasn't that enough before and it is now?
I can't say why it wasn't enough before. I've got
If you
enough.
can't say it, you can't.
Excuse me. I've got enough criticism from Mississippi casino workers